What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to MKE MANIACI. And today we got my WrestleMania 39 Night 2 thoughts, man. Now, we're about almost a day removed from WrestleMania. WrestleMania Night 2 was last night, and I got my notes right here. It was a very eventful night. I'm gonna just say it was a very eventful night, man. So without further ado, I'm gonna give my honest thoughts and opinions on all the segments, all the matches. So let's get right to it, man. Once again, they kicked off with The Miz and Snoop Dogg welcoming us to WrestleMania. First match of the night, Brock Lesnar defeated Omas. Now, honestly, I feel like Omas should have won this match. He should have won this match. You know, he's 28 years old. This would have been a perfect way to validate, you know, him being this Nigerian giant, unstoppable giant. To have him beat a guy like Brock Lesnar would have been great. Great way to, you know, like I said, add some credibility to his character. But he did look pretty dominant in the match, the way he manhandled Brock Lesnar. Lesnar sold the moves like a champ, man. So shout out Brock for that. But yeah, you know, I think wrong person won that. I think Omas should have beat Brock. Pretty short match, but that's expected, you know, when it comes down to Brock. Next up, we had the women's tag team showcase match. This match, oh my god, winners were honestly expected. We knew Ronda Rousey and Shayna were gonna win that, but I kind of feel bad for the other teams in there because I feel like, you know, they did a lot of the work, and then, you know, Ronda being injured, I think she's injured, which is why they didn't really have many moments in that match as a team. But, you know, for them to kind of sneak in the back door, get the win, the WrestleMania win, I don't really agree with that booking decision. But yeah, Ronda and Shayna win is kind of expected. Expect them to be in the women's tag team championship picture as soon as Ronda Rousey's fully healed up. We had a little segment with Bobby Lashley coming out with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which I guess, you know, it was cool for Lashley to at least come out at WrestleMania, but I was kind of expecting him to be in his gear, getting ready for a fight, maybe Bobby and LA Knight impromptu match, you know. But yeah, that was the But this right here, the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther defeated Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Match of the night, man. Like that. And it's so crazy to me because y'all remember the time when they kept the Intercontinental Championship off of pay-per-views for whatever reason. That title would never be defended, man. Listen, these three, they tore down the house, man. They did their thing, man. It was brutal. It was expected. It was an incredible match, and the right person won. I know a lot of people was rooting for Sheamus to win this one, but I've been saying, man, this is the perfect opportunity, the perfect stage for people to start getting familiar with Gunther. You know, obviously this guy is going to be one of the biggest, you know, the biggest stars for the company as far as, you know, molding the future of the industry, man. And as people get more familiar with him, having him win at WrestleMania, retaining the Intercontinental title in such a memorable match, you know, this was the right person to do it. This was definitely the right person to do it. I really enjoyed the match. Definitely a match of the year candidate. Shout out to all three, man, because they definitely created magic in that match. Next up, we have Bianca Belair versus Asuka. First, I do want to send my condolences to that little girl, you know, who lost her mom the morning of WrestleMania Night 2. For her to still go out and perform, man, that definitely says a lot about her passion for what she does, man. And, you know, the way Triple H described it at the press conference, man, it definitely even had me emotional, man. But Bianca defeated Asuka. The match was actually pretty decent. I liked the match. It was pretty decent. Not as, you know, shout out to Bianca and Asuka, but I think Charlotte and Rhea definitely got match of the night when it came down to women. I say match of WrestleMania overall when it came down to the women. But I do believe they got it right as well with the winner, Bianca retaining. I know she's been champion for a year, but it's something about Bianca's title run that I feel like they still got so much more to do. And I honestly don't see her losing that title anytime soon. I definitely expect maybe Bianca and Rhea to you know, lock in maybe Survivor Series this year, or, you know, it's a lot of different directions you can go with the whole Bianca's champion thing. And of course, you know, expecting some NXT call-ups, maybe some new faces to be built up in the division, man. I think Bianca is definitely the right one to lead the women's division as far as being a babyface, while Rhea definitely got it on lock for the heels, man. So Bianca defeating Asuka. Definitely decent match, and they got the right winner. Now, the segment with The Miz, Snoop Dogg, and Shane McMahon. Now, I know Bobby Lashley felt some type of way about Miz having 2 WrestleMania matches, but hey, I'm not gonna lie, I popped when Shane came out. It was unexpected. I wasn't expecting Shane, but the match, oh man, the match. Shane definitely took a few pages out of Pop's book, man. You know, he tore his quad right away. He tore it right away in the match. You kind of saw it immediately after he did the leapfrog, and Miz kept going back and forth. But yeah, shout out to, you know, the referee as well as Snoop Dogg for improvising and saving that segment, because oh man, maybe Shane could take that as a sign. Maybe it's about time to hang it up, man. Or if you're gonna come back as a manager. Come back as a manager or something, man. But yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. No, but I do hope, you know, Shane recovers fully from this, man, in all honesty. Next match of the night, we had Edge versus Finn Balor in Hell in a Cell. Brood Edge entrance, man. I was expecting Gangrel. I didn't really expect Christian, but I really was expecting Gangrel in some capacity. But you know, it's all good, man. But Brood Edge, was always cool to see Brood Edge. And of course, the Demon, Finn Balor. Now, the Hell in a Cell match, you know, safety is always, you know, a top concern when it comes down to doing what these men and women do. Finn Balor got a pretty bad gash on his head after Edge threw that ladder at him. Got staples mid-match and still continued, man. So salute to Finn Balor. But it was, you know, it was a pretty decent Hell in a Cell. I don't know why I kind of expected them to do a little more. Maybe some action off the top of the cell. Maybe Finn Balor was gonna do a coup de grace off the top of the cell through the announce table. But they definitely did a pretty good job of storytelling in that match. It was pretty. Another pretty good spot was Finn Balor doing the coup de grace from inside the cell through the table. But did they get the winner right in this match? No. I do feel like, you know, they need to stop having the Demon lose, because it's kind of losing a little credibility to the aura of the character. But I feel like Finn Balor should have won that. I feel like Finn should have definitely won that. But you know, where do they go from here? Maybe Edge is done with the Judgment Day. Maybe Edge moves on to something else, as he is probably in the last few months of his career before he officially retires. But as for the Judgment Day, you know, Rhea at least got the win, so I guess it's back to the drawing board for them. But Finn Balor definitely should have won that match. Definitely should have won that. And then the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The match itself was fantastic, 5-star. You know, the match itself, it told such a great story. But now, and I'm gonna try to explain this the best way I can. Roman Reigns defeating Cody Rhodes was I'm not even gonna lie, my heart dropped a little bit when that happened. And you kind of expected, after Solo hit the Samoan spike on Cody and Roman did the, you know, back and forth into the spirit, you knew that at that moment it was over. I would have bet everything that Cody was gonna do it. I honestly, and I understand, you know, not every movie ending has to be a happy ending. Not every story has to have a fairy tale ending. And this might not even be the end of the story. But Roman Reigns retaining, and you know, we kind of knew it in the back of our minds as he's close to hitting 1,000 days as champion, that it was gonna happen. But I feel like there was no bigger stage to do it than right now. Like, we haven't seen anybody as over as Cody Rhodes, and I guess you could say Sami Zayn, but this has been building up for the last year since he returned to the WWE. You know, since the night after WrestleMania 38, when he said his goal is to win the title that his dad could never win, to the injuries, to the, you know, the recovery process, to winning the Royal Rumble, all the stars aligned for him to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And I know, you know, you could do it at SummerSlam. You could have Cody win Money in the Bank and cash in on Roman. You know, you can, but will it still have the same impact? Will it have the same feeling as if it would have had if Cody Rhodes would have beat Roman Reigns last night at WrestleMania? I don't think it's gonna have the same feeling. Now, before I give like my overall thoughts, I do want to say I think night 1 delivered a little better than night 2, but that's just my opinion. WrestleMania definitely did its thing though, but that ending definitely, it was kind of like a sour ending, I ain't gonna lie. And I would understand, you know, as far as the dominance of Roman Reigns, if they could have him win it on his own instead of interference. Because, you know, it kind of takes away from just how, you know, how dominant Reigns is when you constantly have Solo Sikoa and the Usos. But, you know, that's a part of being a heel champion. Now the question is, where do we go from here? Now, pretty much everybody saw the news. Endeavor has purchased the WWE. It's a partnership with WWE and UFC underneath this new sports entertainment umbrella. So that probably also played into the, you know, the decision of keeping the title on Roman. I don't know. But Roman is still expected to work a limited schedule. I know titles are going to be held hostage. No telling what we're going to see tonight on Raw. We're about 3 hours out from Raw at the time of this recording. Maybe, you know, Triple H morphs together the WWE and Universal title into one championship. That way Roman can keep that and keep that, you know, the streak going to hit 1,000 days. But I feel like Triple H could introduce a new championship tonight. And maybe we have a tournament for that, because we need a champion on TV. If they don't do that, what I can see happening is Cody Rhodes pretty much starting from scratch, clawing his way back this next year, back to that point. I do think we have Seth Rollins win the Royal Rumble in 2024. I think at some point Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes are going to clash. Cody Rhodes will beat Rollins. It becomes Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40. That's just like my early kind of booking. Maybe they can do it that way. That way, you know, at that time. But then that'll require them to keep Roman champion for another year. And honestly, I don't know how much longer you can really drag this out, man. So I'm really interested to see what they do from here. But that ending was definitely caught me off guard, man. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on night 2. And let me know what y'all think. Who's going to do it? Who's going to beat Roman Reigns, man? Who is going to do it, man? But if y'all new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button for me for more wrestling related content. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching MKE Maniaci.